This is Cuenca Ecuador, and today we will be exploring the city through food, doing a DIY food tour trying to eat as much traditional Ecuadorian and Cuencan cuisine as we can. If you're new here, we're Keith and Deb, two Canadians trying to explore as much of the world as we can. Over the last little bit, we have been exploring Ecuador, and it's been beautiful. And today's adventure continues with lots of delicious food.
Subscribe to follow along. To begin our DIY food tour here in Cuenca, we're starting with our hostel's simple breakfast, which includes juice, bread, toast,
and really good coffee. We've had a lot of black coffee, honestly, since we've been in Ecuador, just because that's what we're given and it's included, and so we're like, coffee's coffee, but cafe con leche is actually really nice. Today, our plan is to have as much traditional Ecuadorian food as we can. We have a list and we have a few places in mind, so we'll see how it goes.
I want to add too to what Devin said, that we are going to be having like Cuencan food as well as not just Ecuadorian food, because we are in Cuenca. So first things first, we're going to have some toast before we feast
because we can eat a lot. Side note, we're staying at this restaurant slash hostel, and it's kind of cool because our room's just like on top of the bar. So it's a cool experience and it's really beautiful. So and it's right downtown, so it's a good place to stay while you're in Cuenca.
And we begin our DIY food tour. Well, actually, I guess we sort of began at our hostel called La Cigala, by the way, if you're interested. It's kind of loud, but it's a nice restaurant. We're at the Mercado 10 de Agosto, which is where we actually toured yesterday with Kevin when we did our walk-around tour of Cuenca. And there's a lot of stuff here that we want to try and eat, so let's begin.
Specifically, we're here to get some traditional Ecuadorian breakfast. So I'm very excited about that because in general, I think breakfast might be my favorite meal of the day. So let's go see what we're gonna eat.
Woof, okay, a little chaotic there. People were like saying, hey, come to our store, and then the one lady that we went to yesterday, we wanted to go back, and we ordered food.
We told her we were
and then they're like, oh, don't go sit down, and then I bumped into somebody, and then she cleaned up this table, and
then there was someone sitting here, and he got up, and it was just like a thing. But anyway, so if you haven't seen our Cuenca video, definitely watch that, because it was a lot of fun, and it's how we know about a lot of these places, so we're really excited to try the food now.
Now, I know you can go to more like local, authentic places outside the city. This is a pretty local place, but it is like in the downtown historic site, so I think you can pay cheaper if you leave the city. Kevin gave us some areas, but we just don't really have the time to do that.
And this is still reasonably priced.
It's so close to our place, it's sort of worth it.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what we're gonna eat. So we have our two traditional breakfast dishes here. We have Tigrillo, which is plantains mixed with egg and an egg on top, and this one came with cheese, which is really cool. This dish we've actually had before, and it was really good, so I'm excited to try their version of it. And over here we have Mote Pillo? No. Yes? No? Mote Pillo.
Mote Pillo.
Mote Pillo. Pillo.
It's called Mote Pillo, okay? And it's a corn that has been dried and then cooked, so it kind of looks like soft popcorn. Giant pieces of soft popcorn, cooked with onions and some egg, and we got fresh cheese on top and a slice of ham, I believe. Let's dig in.
Okay, I do really like this, so I hope that this version is good. It's so good. It's very comforting. Honestly, this version of it kind of reminds me of Keith and I make like veggie potato eggs at home, where it's pretty much just like everything mixed together, and it's really good, and that's what this reminds me of. It's really good. I like this breakfast.
Oh, for the Mote Pillo. Yeah. Quite a nice breakfast food because it's like, it's not too rich, it's not too much flavor. Because like the corn itself is actually pretty simple, kind of bland, until you add stuff on top. And this is really comforting as well. This is actually an excellent breakfast. It makes sense that this is actually a typical breakfast. There's a little salsa here with the green onions in it. I'm gonna add it to my Mote Pillo. Oh my god. Why are we eating this?
Okay, so I've tapped out. There is a lot of food there, and this is our first stop of quite a few today. Keith is still going for it. I have to say I like the Tigrillo better than the other one, but they're both really good and very hearty breakfasts. Like if you need a big meal to start your day, this is where to do it.
Yeah, we've had Tigrillo before and it was kind of rich and like cheesy. This is more breakfasty. Like as in like potato and corn and plantain, so it's quite like filling, I'm not gonna lie.
Keith's even struggling.
Like I've eaten a lot of this and there was a big plate, I'm not gonna lie. So these are $3 each, by the way, which I think as far as like Ecuador goes, it's kind of like more expensive, but it's not actually. Because you can get, we'll show you later, a lunch for $3. Okay, that was stuffing, I'm not gonna lie. There's a whole alleyway full of these shops, and you can get Mote Pillo and Tigrillo, sorry, for cheaper, for like $1.50 if you want. A lot of different options, but that was delicious. Now we need to quench our thirst.
We're going to do a mix of two kinds of juice, the Mote and coconut juice mixed together. So it's gonna taste, honestly, I think more like a milkshake. So it costs $1 for the big cup that Keith has, and then they also gave us a little cup so we could have extra, which is so sweet. Like a big thing of juice for $1, pretty awesome.
Look at this massive juice. So this is blackberry and coconut. Oh my gosh.
It tastes like a milkshake. It's so good.
Like a milkshake, but like a smoothie milkshake cross? Milkshakey.
So yummy.
Oh my god.
Wow.
It's so good.
Amazing.
Okay, so I was just asking when it closes, we're gonna come back here for dinner. This is a classic thing. This is a little sneak peek, but I got some pork. Oh my gosh. There's a whole pig head beside me. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh wait. It's really good. It's salty and greasy. I'm looking forward to this later. Okay, so there's a lot of fruit vendors and vegetable vendors, and so tempting to just like buy a bunch of fruit. So we did. A bag of strawberries, big bag, and 4 bananas, which we will eat away tomorrow, maybe like a snack, for $1. And these are beautiful fruits right here and vegetables over there. But these, like, that's amazing.
It is now lunchtime, and we actually came to a restaurant that we found yesterday called El Tunel. And it's for lunch they do a very traditional thing here where it costs $3 USD and you get soup, an entree, juice, and a dessert. So because we're eating a lot today, Keith and I are gonna split one meal, but we really wanted to show you because it was delicious yesterday and every day is different.
So it's called almuerzo, which is just lunch, but it's kind of like a traditional thing where you have all these courses and it's actually really cheap here in Ecuador. Another thing I want to add is that originally I thought Cuenca wasn't really known for food and Quito's a better place for food. But I swear this place is like better. We're walking down the street and we're seeing tons of restaurants and all these like beautiful fancy cafes. And it's quite lovely, so I don't know what they're talking about. This place is like great for food.
So you start with some juice, which we're gonna try and keep till the end because it's always nice to have like a sip of juice at the end of your meal. But let's see what kind it is. That's
Nice.
really good. I have no idea what kind of juice it is though. What do you think, Keith?
It tastes like a lemony mango,
Let's ask it.
but it's not too sweet and it's really nice. And it's not like
Overpowering.
sour like passion fruit is, but passion fruit's really good in the morning. This is nice. So the juice is tomate de árbol, which is a tree tomato.
So I forgot to mention there's actually a course before the soup and it's mote, so it's the traditional corn that we saw this morning but without stuff on it, so it's just plain, I think, I'm assuming boiled because it's like nice and juicy, but they have this sauce that you put on it and it's really good. So I'm gonna do that now. Just put like a little bit on. It's really good. And I forgot, he said this yesterday and as soon as I ate it, I was re-reminded. It tastes like a corn tortilla. Like a corn tortilla that you have that's fresh, that's what these taste like.
Soup time. Ecuadorians love soup at lunch. This time it is a rice, I believe, pea, carrot. Oh, it's so comforting having soup, you know? Okay, so today's special, we could have gotten pollo, which is chicken. We got the beef instead because this is actually guatita, the traditional national dish actually of Ecuador and really popular here. Unfortunately, it's not our favorite necessarily, it's tripe. So it's like beef stomach. So Devin's not gonna have too much of it, but we have to try it. It is the national dish after all. So we got potatoes, tripe, rice, and then some veggies, and then I guess some tomatoes on top.
How is it?
It's actually pretty comforting. It's like a nice stew. Honestly, sometimes, like I've had beef tongue before, and it's like tender and actually really tasty. Tripe is kind of just like a chewy fat membrane, it feels like, and it's like, you know, like it doesn't have much taste, and the texture is a bit weird. But that's just how it is. But anyways, this is guatita.
For me, the rice and tomatoes are very good, and the tomatoes are very fresh. And I'm happy with that. We're eating a lot today. So I'm happy that we were able to try a traditional dish.
Kind of interesting how they treat it. So the tripe is cleaned several times in lemon juice brine. I don't know if they did that here, but that's traditionally seems what they do. And it cooked for a long time until the meat is tender. Otherwise, it'd be quite chewy. Cool fact here, in Ecuador, it is believed that guatita helps relieve hangover symptoms. For this reason, it is often served by restaurants early on Saturday and Sunday mornings. And guess what? It's Saturday.
So every day, as we said, there is dessert. So yesterday when we were here, it was kind of like a condensed milk with coconut in it and then with a cookie. It was really good.
Really good.
And today I think it's a piece of a peach and probably in like sugar water. Yep, it tastes like
Sweet peach.
Yeah, like peaches you have in a can at home.
Canned peach.
It's very nice. A nice little end to the meal. So the first snack we decided to try is plantain chips, but they're like giant plantain chips. And all the research we did, this always came up. You can find them everywhere. So I'm gonna try one. It was $1 for this. It is salt they put on them. Very salty bite. They're really good.
Next up, as a snack, they sell this everywhere. It seems in Cuenca, in like the mall, on the street. And so right here by the cathedral, she sells it. It's called, let me just pronounce it properly here, or try, espumilla, which is a fluffy meringue kind of ice cream cone. It's kind of like deceiving since you think it's ice cream, but it's not. But check it out.
Coco rallado.
Coco, sí.
Gracias.
Gracias.
¿Me la da?
Sí, ¿por qué no? Bueno, gracias. Okay, so this is the meringue ice cream cone with cocoa and some sauce put on top. It was 50 cents, really cheap. I have an eyeball on this for a while, but I think it's gonna be like weird. Let's check it out. Oh, better than it looks. It's fruity, it's light, it's like fluffy fruit mousse. It's fruit mousse.
I'm gonna try. Okay, also it's way lighter than you expect. You see it and you think it's gonna be heavy like ice cream, but it's really light.
Pretty good.
I like that they put coconut and stuff on top.
You get the flavors. I think it's guava and mango.
That's fun. That's cool.
Approved.
I like it.
Okay, I got this little donut ball. I actually forget the name. If you know the name, let us know because we don't have it right now. It's kind of like it's a donut ball with sugar on top, and it was 50 cents.
Light or no light?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's a donut ball. You know what? It's pretty good. It's doughy. Devin can have this. And the sugar on top is nice. I like this more than some donuts that we have at home.
Those snacks are really good, and we've actually been in Ecuador for a bit, so we've actually had quite a bit of traditional Ecuadorian food because we're only 2 people and we can't eat everything in one day.
Yeah, so I want to start off by saying we have had lorco de papa, which is like a potato soup. We've also had different types of soups, like a jujujama. We've also had, over the course of our time here, we had humidas yesterday, humidas, which is very good. We had, for the Day of the Dead, guaguas de pan in colada morada, which is a traditional thing for Day of the Dead. It was really good. Ceviche de chochos, which is a vegetarian ceviche made with corn and beans. Okay, We are back in the food court, Mercado of the 10th of August. We got Hornados, which is a traditional thing we have to have in Ecuador. It's basically just pig roast. So it's a pig roast platter. In this case, we have beans. And we also have lapingacho, which is a classic Ecuadorian thing. It's a potato or yuca patty. Sometimes there's cheese. It's a patty that you need to have with the Hornados as well. And then we have some mixed veggies, some beans, fava beans, and some corn.
Okay, I'm gonna try some of the potato and the pork together. It's really good. The reason they're known for it here.
Yeah, I think that woman's been open since 1960 apparently. It
Wow.
said since 1960.
That's all amazing.
Maybe it's
And then
been the
there's some
family
beans
recipe.
and veggies. I just love how it's all on one plate and we're just sharing this. And this is like a normal thing people do is you come here and you eat it. And this plate was $4, if you're curious, $4 USD.
The lady gave us a taste earlier, as you saw. And we knew it was like, we had to come here. It's salty, it's really well roasted. Delicious. Wow.
Ok,
Delicioso.
gracias amigo.
Okay, gracias.
Gracias.
Hasta luego. Wow, this is the empanada de viento, the wind empanada, because I think there's air in it, so it's fluffy. This is very big, and this is kind of like a,
And I can't have any of
Devin
it.
can have it. Kind of looks like beaver tail-ish
Okay, try
for
it.
canyons. Now, supposedly there's cheese in it at the bottom somewhere. There's sugar on top, I think. Very doughy. Oh, it's sweet, slightly sweet, really doughy. I think I'm still at the end, but I can see cheese in there. Look.
Oh wow, that looks amazing.
Okay. Oh, almost bit my finger. I did bite my finger. Really good.
We also got some juice. This is called Naranjila, which is a type of fruit that's hasta luego,
There we go.
which is very popular here. And there's a similar drink to this in Colombia that we've also had. It's really nice, really refreshing, and kind of perfect to balance out the salt from the pork and the other food we're eating.
Nice.
This is great. Also $1. Okay, so a few different times in Ecuador here, we've seen this thing which is cheese ice cream. And we were walking down the street and we saw it again. Keith was looking into it and apparently seems to be an Ecuadorian thing. I think we're gonna try it, and if we don't like it, we won't finish it, but
It's ice cream with cheese on top. What? Yeah, I've never heard of this kind of thing anywhere else, but it seems to be a thing. So let's have an ice cream in a cup. It's actually gonna be like sorbet, because we're getting blackberry flavor with cream and cheese on top.
all right, it literally is covered in cheese.
It smells like cheese. I'm gonna have a piece
It
of
is
this.
cheese. What do you mean?
It's like fresh cheese at least.
Yeah, it's not super salty. I'm going for it. This is it. We'll see. Okay, we'll eat it together.
Okay.
I'm waiting for you.
I can't see, your hands in the way.
Oh, sorry. Okay, ready?
Wow, I got a cheesy bite. I got all cheese. I don't want.
There's a lot of cheese.
Okay, a lot of cheese.
No, gracias.
You know what?
It's not bad.
You don't really taste the cheese.
No. And there's cream in
And
there
the
too.
blackberry ice cream is really good.
So there's cream in there too. And honestly, it kind of reminds me of like clotted cream and jam.
Oh my gosh.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
We have come full circle and we are back at La Cigale, which is where we are staying, and it's also a beautiful restaurant and it's happy hour, so we're gonna have a celebratory drink for the end of our food tour.
Funny enough, we're very familiar with this area because our room is literally right there. That's our window. It's a beautiful space with plants and it's open and stuff, but it's like right here. So we're hearing a lot of this at night. And to finish off our day, a frosted mug with Pilsner, which is the classic beer of Ecuador that I tend to prefer actually.
Cheers! It was a successful day and thanks for watching. See you in our next video. Our next stop is Mercado de... Oh no!
What's it even called?
I've not had a drink, I guess actually since we've been in Ecuador, but that is a strong drink. Woo! Wow.